Good evening. Welcome at the draw of the European Championships 2023 Men A Division. My name is Twan Klerks. I'll be one of the persons working alongside Ozin Beltenburg for the EPC, European Para Championships 2023. This evening we'll execute a draw for the men division, and I will have a chat first with Ozin. Ozin, welcome. It's a different thing compared to other years when I look at the European Championships for wheelchair basketball, as we've did a big change. It's a multi-sport event, over 10 sports, approximately. How is this started all?
Well, it started with the ambition to, of course, bring those different parasports all together. It was a bit of a journey, how many sports that would be in the end, but we ended up with 10 super cool parasports in one multi-sport tournament this summer in Rotterdam.
That's great. What can we expect?
The cream of the crop, the best of the best. The best European athletes, European para athletes, all together in one multi-sport tournament. And what is pretty cool too are the different venues in Rotterdam. We have Rotterdam Ahoy, which is a AAA sports location, and we have what we call the city center courts. So these are outdoor locations, mainly outdoor locations, in the heart of Rotterdam. So in that way, we bring the parasports to the people instead of the other way around.
I think that's exactly what the parasports deserve. What I think is, if I look at the added value, I'm looking at more fans. Is that also what you're thinking of, if you're looking at the added value of this event, or are there things I'm forgetting now?
Yeah, sure. By combining these 10 sports, of course, the goal is to maximize public attention, media attention, etc., etc., and in that way, offer the parasporters the stage they truly deserve.
Okay. And what moment are you looking for personally?
Well, of course, the basketball tournament. It's super spectacular. We saw that today here as well. Of course, but for me personally, one thing that I really looking forward to is the finals of the para archery. They will be held on the Kop of Zuid in Rotterdam, which is a truly iconic Rotterdam location. Everything comes together there, like the skyline, the River Maas, the elements. It's always windy at the Kop van Zuid, so not a walk in the park for these athletes, but definitely something super cool to look forward to.
That's great, Ozin. Thank you. You are the communication manager and marketing manager at the European Para Championships, and we're really looking forward to all the great content you're going to make, because I've already seen a lot of things already. So thank you for this. We are here actually at a special location. We are not in Rotterdam. We are now in Bemmel in the Netherlands, in the province Gelderland. This is the place where the Champions Cup Final Four takes place. We have two clubs here from Spain, Albacete and Ilunion, and from Germany we have the Thuringia Bulls and we have RSV Landil. They are competing here, the best four clubs of Europe, and it's not only a top sport event. We also have a social impact program here. It was not possible without the help of the province of Gelderland. We have here Mr. Jan Marking, who is deputy for the province of Gelderland. Jan, I was wondering, you've been walking around today. What did you see? How did you experience it?
Yeah, it was a very, the atmosphere was very good. I saw the competition between the third and the fourth place, and but I saw also some social events. That's for the province of Gelderland. It's very important that we show also some social events. So we have a sport program where we can show also the top sport, wheelchair basketball in this case, but also we go to schools and show schools how it's possible when you are disabled.
That's I've seen a lot of kids playing today,
that's right.
And that was a pleasure to see.
Yeah.
And we are very, very happy, and thank you a lot for the support to host this event on this location.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you.
It's very great.
Yeah.
You're going to be one of the persons who are going to do execute a draw for us, but the draw is not only for it's only for the men, not for the women's team. The women's team, they have about, let's say, six teams in there, 6 countries, and the 6 teams, they don't need a draw. At the men, it's a different thing. At the men's group, we have 12 countries in total participating. However, these are made in 2 pairs in 6 pots today. However, you only see 5 pots over here. In each pot, there are 2 countries. One country will be taken out. That goes to Group A, and the other country goes to Group B. if we finished all the pots, we'll end up with the question for the host nation, the Netherlands, to have a choice of the group where they want to compete and want to start their games with, in which group they're going to play the European Championships. Mr. Jan, can I ask you to do the first draw? The first draw is the pair of Turkey and Latvia, and Turkey is the one who's going to Group A. That means we have one left. Jan, you have to open it to show us that it's really there. And it's Latvia. Latvia is it's the first time, or since a very long time, they are back in the A division. And Turkey won the B division last year and is also back in the A division now. So this final pair is now drawn. Thank you very much, Jan. I will take a step to the next pot. It's Mr. Wim Steen. Wim is the president of the Basketball Experience NL Foundation, the BAN Foundation, as we say. And Wim, you are born in Rotterdam. In 2019, there was also an event in Rotterdam, Euros 2019 for women. Now it's women and men combined. And we have a lot of parasport. How does that make you feel as someone who is born and raised in Rotterdam itself?
Well, I was born with a national pride for my city, of course. And at the moment, this more or less the sports city of Holland the last years. A lot of big events were there. And this is, of course, an event that is very close to my heart. Odin said happily that the best sport he can envire is Paralympic wheelchair basketball. That's, of course, is my sport. And I'm very proud to be here at the draw for the European Championships. And very proud that this kind of big event is in my hometown.
That's good to hear, Wim. Wim, we're also going to execute a draw. And in this pot, we have the pair of Israel and Switzerland. The first ball will go to Group A, and the second one will go to Group B.
Israel.
Israel is the first, which goes to Group A. Thank you, Wim. And now we have left the country of Switzerland. Switzerland goes to Group B. Thank you, Wim. Israel has been a real powerhouse in wheelchair basketball for a long time. In the last years, the results are a bit lower, but on the other hand, we see Switzerland as really as an upcoming country, so they're getting better and better and seeing better results every year. So it's interesting how they're going to compete during these championships. I'll now go to Walter Voller, president of IWBF Europe. Welcome, Walter.
Welcome.
You are president of IWBF Europe. You've been a player yourself. I know you still play. Sometimes. Yeah. Or is that a secret?
No, it's not a secret.
Okay.
But I have still fun to play a little bit wheelchair basketball, and that's the reason. So I'm still playing.
That's great. That's great. You are born in Austria, or you're living in Austria. This is also one of the two teams who was in these balls. We have one group. Let me say one country, which is Austria. And the other one is Spain. Spain is one of the top countries in Europe, one of the best competitions, I think. How are you looking forward to this event, which is coming up in August?
No, but we are expect, but I think it's more than expect. We know it will be a very successful European Championship, of course, but it's organized by BAN Foundation, and you have a lot of experience. You show us in 2019 and also during this Final Four. And it's one point. And the second point, it's not only a European Championship we fighting and playing for the European title. It is also the qualification for the Paralympics 2014. And that makes the tournament much stronger and much more interest. But everyone knows in the future or in Paris we have only 8 teams, so it will be a hard fight for the European countries.
Yeah. And during this European Para Championships, it's not only wheelchair basketball competing for a spot in Paris 2024. We have also other sports there who are competing for 2024. So the pressure on this event is very big for most countries competing here, especially for wheelchair basketball, because the competition in the men's group is very strong. What I personally like is Austria is not a big country in wheelchair basketball, but now they get more and more attention due to this event as well. I think that's also an advantage for smaller countries to come on national television, maybe. How do you think about that?
No, but you have totally right. It's always not only owners you be present during the European Championship, you're present in TV, and that makes it easier to find some sponsor in your home country.
Are you ready to make the draw?
Of course.
Okay. So we first start with the first ball. Pair of Austria and Spain. Austria. Group A.
And next team is Spain.
Spain goes to Group B. Thank you, Walter. It's good to have you here. We'll now pass on to someone else from IWBF, the International Wheelchair Basketball Federation, but this time the president of IWBF World. We're very honored to have you here, Mr. Ulf Merens. Ulf, World Championships is coming up. Something is changing as the Paralympic Games will only have 8 spots. What are your thoughts about that?
So, first of all, hello.
Hello.
Thank you for the nice words. We all have to understand that IPC is the owner of the Paralympics. And I mean, they are the owner. They have all the rights to do everything they want. If they want something to change, they have to go to the IF's International Federation to discuss the situation. And IWF didn't make it in several things we discussed the last years. So, first of all, I remind you on the disaster with the classification system. Lots of work, lots of money, lots of people have to bring energy inside. It's made right now. We are going back to Paris. And then we got a letter. You have the right to be there with 8 in 8 teams. That is for us a disaster. Believe me, we discussed a lot, really a lot. Used to get in touch with the new elected board, used to get in touch with the general secretary there, used to get in touch also with Andrew Parson, who's the president of IPC da vorne, and is a fan of basketball, of course. But they made the decision, we have to not agree this, but accept this. So we are looking forward to Los Angeles right now. So, and want to have back 16 and 12, of course, the vorne. Wheelchair basketball is the most attractive parasports in the world and it has to be represented in the Paralympics, of course. Last word, of course, we talk to members to leave the Paralympic family because of all those disasters there. So, but we cannot do this because all the national foundations are looking forward to give money and support for Paralympic sport. That is the main key.
Thank you. I think I can agree with that. I have one last question because you are one of the few who is really experienced with these multi-sport events. As there is also Pan Am Games, for example, and they have a certain. In Asia, they also have something like that. In Europe, it wasn't there yet. How did you experience that?
So, as we all said here, vorne, it's the most attractive event in para sports if you make it multiculti. So, and if there is a chance to go for the next Paralympics or the next event of honor, lots of people are coming to come over. Africa zone, the America zone, and also the Asian zone are doing the same. We integrated wheelchair basketball, of course, and again, it's the most attraction.
Okay, good. It's ready to make a draw. We have 2 countries in here, and that is France and Poland. So it's up to you. First ball goes to Group A.
So we have France.
France, host nation of the Paralympic Games, and not automatically qualified, which is normally the case.
And we have Poland.
And Poland, strong country, always curious how they take the results in the Europeans. We've seen them coming up into semi-finals. Let's see what they do this year. And they are now in Group B. Thank you, Ulf. And we'll now go on to Mr. Frank Berteling. Frank, as a board member of the Dutch Basketball Federation, you are the most experienced guy in wheelchair basketball, I think. You've been there, just like me, in wheelchair basketball also, due to your father, who had a big role at IWBF. You were the organizer of and the tournament director of the World Championships in 2006 in Amsterdam. We are happy you're here, happy to, that you can do a draw for us. And I was just wondering, as the Basketball Federation, how are you looking forward to this event? Because it's different, but I know you're enthusiastic, but maybe I'm wrong. So let me know.
No, I'm very enthusiastic, and I think you are a great successor of me. So let's go for World Championships after this upcoming Europeans, which will be a great success.
That's ambition. Thanks.
Absolutely. I think also ambition of the Dutch Basketball Federation. And for the European Para Championships, I think it's great to see so much players in different kind of sports, which are on a very high level. And I think it's also good to have it in the Netherlands. Paralympic sports is popular in the Netherlands. It can be more popular. It can be, but we can also show the world, Europe, but I think also the world, that the Netherlands is very good in organizing these kinds of events. So I have lots of trust that it will be a great event in Rotterdam, in Ahoy, and also what we heard in the other venues.
Oh, that's great to hear. What I want to ask you at last is. The Ben Foundation is a foundation working in wheelchair basketball, organizing events, part of the LOC with the European Para Championships 2023. We have a strong relation with the Basketball Federation in the Netherlands. How is that from your perspective?
Well, I think it's rather unique that in the Netherlands wheelchair basketball is for a long period. I think since 1977 wheelchair basketball is part of the Netherlands Basketball Federation. So running basketball and wheelchair basketball. But to organize events and to promote the sport, it's good to have a strong relationship with foundations, other partners who can execute it. And I think the Ben Foundation is a really good, strong party to execute it, to organize it, to make the sport more popular and to let it more grow. So I would like to thank you and Wim and also all the other people who are still in the Ben Foundation, and I think more will come, for the great cooperation we have together, and I'm really looking forward for the upcoming years.
Thank you very much for the kind words. We did not practice this up front, so thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to the next draw because it's the number 3 and 4 of last games, last Europeans in Madrid, and it's Germany and Italy. So there you go. Italy goes to Group A. And then we have one left.
That's Germany.
Germany goes to Group B. So we got it all cleared up now. It's in Pool A, Italy, France, Austria, Israel, and Turkey. And we have in Group B, we have Germany, Poland, Spain, Switzerland, and Latvia. The Netherlands now, as a host nation, has the choice of group, and they can choose if they go in the Group A or Group B. However, the pool they choose will become Group A. So that will be decided by the head coach of Team Netherlands, which is Kees van Rootselaar, which I would like to introduce on the floor over here. Meanwhile, he is still talking with his assistant coach about, and I just heard they have 2 minutes time. They're talking about which group to choose. So I'm very curious about their strategy and how they are looking forward to this event, as Great Britain is the other one who's going to the other side of the group. It's possible that if this tournament continues, that they will meet the Great Britain team in the rounds after the preliminaries, of course. So maybe they want to avoid them, maybe they want to meet them. We will see. Great Britain is at the moment the world champion, reigning world champion, and the Netherlands has been European champion in the last championships in Madrid with the number 2 Great Britain. I'm going back to Walter. Walter, At last, you are here now in a location for Champions Cup Final Four. The final will start after this draw. How are your thoughts about that? We have in the final, we have Albacete and we have the Thuringia Bulls. What are your thoughts?
But in my opinion, the Spanish team are a little bit stronger than Thuringia Bulls, but I'm sure it will be a fight till to the end.
We have two players from Netherlands in the Bulls team, so we are looking forward that they can get the results as they are looking for. I'm looking now at the Netherlands side if they have already decided what to do. No, you're still talking about it. Okay, that's no problem. I will have a chat with Ulf, if that's okay, Ulf, for you. But we need a microphone maybe on your side, so maybe Frank can help us out. Ulf, 8 spots, as we just talked about. Can you explain a little bit? Because France is now not automatically qualified for their Paralympic Games 2024, which is their own country as host nation. Normally it's automatically you're in, this time not. How does that work?
Yes, we have to be open for the new situation for every country in the world, really. Yeah, so we have to tell, or we told France that they're out, and we used to have a meeting with them during the days in Berlin when the IPC meeting was. They didn't make the chance, so for me it's accepted. We are not happy, as again, we are not happy about the situation. Yes, but we have to handle it. That's it.
Okay, that's good. Good to hear. I understood they are in the qualification tournament for the Paralympics, like after Euros. That's already decided, right?
Yes.
So there is an advantage still.
Yes.
Oh, okay, good. It looks like we are ready. It's Kees van Rootselaar, welcome to the floor, head coach of Team Netherlands. You did need some time. I bet you did have a strategy in mind together with your assistant coach Anton de Rooij, but it still took some time. So tell me.
Yeah, we were texting also with some players, and they have to do it also. So we make a decision.
And it's a decision with 12 opinions from 12 players, or?
No, it was not that much, but no, we made a decision, and of course we talked about it before the draw. But yeah, then you're here and then you have to make decision. It's toch different.
It's different, yes. And after this draw, we'll go to the live stream of the final, and you'll be there having an interview to explain a little bit the thoughts about your choice. So if you stay on this live stream, you will see how his opinion is and how he really made the choice. So the moment is there. What's your choice?
We go for Pool B.
Pool B, that means you are with Germany, Poland, Spain, Switzerland and Latvia. This automatically means that Pool B becomes Group A as host nation. Congratulations, I think.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. But it's far away for us because first we have a world champion. So after this we're going to focus on that, and then if we're ready with that, we're going to go to the European Championships.
And these World Championships have a really big influence on the Euros, as it decides the spots for the Paralympic Games in 2024. Thank you, Kees. We'll see you on court with an interview with our speaker. So see you there. Okay. Thank you. All right. I would like all the people here who were here in the draw. Thank you very much for being here. Frank Berteling, Ulf Merens, Walter Valler, Wim Steen and Mr. Jan Markink. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching. I would say stay on this live stream, please, because in 30 minutes we will start with the final of the Champions Cup, Final Four, and in those teams are several athletes who are actually competing at the European Championships 2023. Excuse me. Have a good evening.
Limitations, pity, prejudice. You won't find that here. We see opportunities. We seek new technologies. We aim big and train at the highest levels. We thrive on competition with one goal: to win. In August 2023, we're here to break the glass ceiling We'll bring 10 Paralympic sports together in one event during the European Para Championships in Rotterdam. 1,500 para-athletes will fight their way to gold and the chance to qualify for their spot at the 2024 Paralympics in Paris. We'll bring sports to the people. Multiple sports will be played across various city center courts in the heart of the city, with our main hub located at Rotterdam Ahoy. This recurring multi-sports event is the highest level of competition imaginable. Come and join us as we soar to new heights. See you in Rotterdam.